in the Middle East, the war there as Israel pushes deeper into Gaza. The country's military releasing the footage on your screen now, which it says shows troops making progress against Hamas and making their way toward Gaza City. These are images of armored bulldozers clearing the way for their advance. Israel, amid all of this, also announced the first rescue of a hostage held by Hamas, a 19-year-old Army private, now back with her family. There she is. But all of this progress from the Israeli perspective comes at a terrible price for civilians inside Gaza. With that background, we go now to Ramy Inocencio, who's in Tel Aviv for us. Ramy, good morning.
Tony, good morning. And yes, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is defending himself and his actions today after, of course, the attacks that killed 1,400 Israelis on October 7th. We were at his press conference last night, and he said the United States did not agree to a ceasefire after Pearl Harbor or after 9/11, and Israel will not now.
North Gaza woke to a barrage of explosions. Israel's military again striking with deadly force. Israel's defense forces sharing what it says were overnight strikes on the Gaza Strip. Some 300 targets, Hamas compounds above and below ground, anti-tank missile posts, and people they claim to be militants running for cover. But Hamas claims it's fighting back. Just this morning, they released video of militants exiting a tunnel and claiming they were behind enemy lines just 2 days ago. While Israeli troops and vehicles push further south. One apparent goal, the encirclement of Gaza City. For Gaza's civilian population, this is a catastrophic humanitarian crisis, and with more than 8,000 dead, according to Gaza's Ministry of Health. The house is gone, and my mother is gone. Everything is gone, said this refugee camp resident. Rest in peace, Mother. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu Monday said now is the time for war.
Calls for a ceasefire are calls for Israel to surrender to Hamas.
He also condemned as cruel propaganda a video released by Hamas showing 3 Israeli hostages, saying Netanyahu is a failure. When I saw the image of Danielle on TV, said her father, my heart almost stopped. But amid the anxiety of more than 200 hostages taken by Hamas, one celebration. Israel's military said they rescued 19-year-old Private Ori Megiddish overnight, the first to be rescued alive, now home with family.
And the Israel Defense Forces say they have now killed the commander of Hamas's northern brigade, dropping a bomb on his location. Israel says that he directed massacres at 2 settlements directed at Israelis on October 7th.
Thank you, Ramy Inocencio reporting from Tel Aviv.